If you are thinking about studying medicine or MBBS as we call it here in India, there are a few things that I think a student should know or at least keep in mind. So now all of these things are based on my personal experiences being a medical student, which I thought might be helpful for some of you guys. For those who don't know me yet, hi, my name is Vivek and I'm a 5th year medical student studying in Russia. So here are 5 things that you should know before starting your journey of becoming a doctor. Let's get into it. Discipline. Studying medicine or in fact doing anything that requires constant effort and input can become a really difficult thing if it is not tied to a routine. Now, I myself have been a culprit in this aspect and I was not really disciplined or had any proper routine in terms of studies. But it's okay to fail from time to time. The only thing that matters is that you do not really give up entirely and keep on trying. Now, how you can be really disciplined in your studies? First of all, you have to start from smaller steps or maybe other aspects in life. It is not necessary to make a routine or a discipline in regards to your studies or just your study hours. You can make a routine or a discipline in other aspects of life as well, just like waking up at fixed hours or going to bed sleeping at fixed time at night, all these kind of things. Once you start cultivating habits like these in other aspects of life, they are going to make reflection in your studies as well. And recently I have started implementing this in my personal life and I am really seeing really good results in terms of my studies, finding or developing an intrinsic source of motivation. Being a medical student is a long journey. Minimum you are going to spend 5 to 6 years in your medical college or university, and all of this time can take its toll on you and make you demotivated. In such scenarios, what you need to do is find a source of motivation that is within yourself rather than outside. To do that, what you need to do is ask yourself questions like why you got into this in the first place, what this really mean to you to become a doctor or other such things. Now, why you need to do this is because once you are out of your school education and your university or college education are two different things. Being in a college or a university is going to be an entirely different experience in terms of studies, especially because in school there are things like your teachers are going to appreciate you on a regular basis, your parents are going to do that, and you're going to get different grades system, and there are a lot of systems in place to keep you motivated in school most of the time. But this doesn't really happen in university. In university or colleges, you are on your own and you have to find a motivation source for yourself, that why you really need to do this stuff, why you really need to sit down and study for like 4 hours or 5 hours or 1 hour or 3 hours in a day. Have some hobbies. Studying medicine can be fun and all good only up to a point. I know there would be people for whom their ultimate passion would be studying medicine only, but that is not the case for everyone. Now, to avoid getting burned out, you need to have some hobbies. So pick up a few hobbies that you like and try to incorporate them into your routine and make them a habit of doing it regularly or performing them regularly. Now, hobbies can be anything that you like. I personally have always been indulged in some kind of creative activities, and making these YouTube videos is one of them. I have been making YouTube videos since past 3 or 4 years, and my initial channel was Russia Fields. If you guys are new or you are not coming from Russia Fields, go and check out that channel as well, where we make videos about medical education in Russia specifically. The next thing is on a related point only, and that is to make time for yourself. It is very easy to fall into the trap of always saying that I don't have enough time, I don't really get enough time and all of that stuff. But it is not really true to begin with. We all have enough time. It's just that we have to make time for things that we want to add into our daily lives. So it is really important that you should focus on yourself as well rather than just going into studies or even like any other stuff. Now, I have been lacking in this aspect as well a little bit, and being closer to my journey of finishing the medical school, I have realized this and started incorporating into in my life as well. So yeah, make time for yourself as well. Try to stay healthy, because there is no point in treating your patients if you yourself are not a healthy individual. Embrace the change. I am a huge believer of Stoicism, and one of the most prominent figures or personalities in Stoicism is Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. And one thing that really resonates with me, which he said, is that change is a fundamental aspect of nature and we should all embrace it. Now, what I mean here is that sometimes it can feel like that you can do a lot of other things, or maybe just one other thing more passionately, and you would like to do them rather than just studying medicine. So this is something that a lot of people don't really talk about because of the stigma attached to it, especially if you're coming from India, because people don't really like the idea of transitioning from studying medicine or becoming a doctor, or even practicing as a doctor and then moving to something else. So coming back to Stoicism, since change is a fundamental aspect of nature, you should really embrace it. You should not really be worried about having such thoughts. I personally have always been having these thoughts. Even right now I have these thoughts. That is not really something that you should worry about. Instead, you should really sit down and think about it more clearly, so that you can make a decision, a firm decision, whether to continue with the field of medicine or maybe just go with something else. In the end, the most important thing in life is to enjoy the journey or enjoy the process rather than just focusing on the goal or the destination. And this is something that I have recently started implementing in my life as well. So I hope you found this video useful. This was just a random topic that I thought might be helpful for some of you guys who are on the verge of starting their medical school, or who are in between their studies, in between the medical school. Anyways, if you are new on this channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and if you found this video useful, please make sure that you hit that like button and share this as well. See you guys in the next one.